In the early 1800s, the term psychiatry was first coined. It's no doubt that from there on, the study of mental illness began to boom. Naturally, insanity became a term that was thrown around at anyone who displayed symptoms that were contrary to how society functioned. Unfortunately, there were some really horrible cases of insanity in children. For those who wish to satisfy their curiosity, we'll present 4 disturbing cases of insanity in children between 19th and 20th century. Case 1, July 13th, 1920, 4-year-old axe murderer. Imagine picking up the newspaper on this day and flipping to the 3rd page. In this page, you begin to read the first text under the Sapulpa notes. What you begin reading is a horrible case of mental illness in a very young child. The case reads, "One of the most unusual cases that was ever brought before Mrs. Mabel Bassett, county humane agent, came this morning when a mother entered the office and asked Mrs. Bassett to assist her in caring for a sick child that proved to be insane. The child acted strange and seemed to want to hurt everyone it came in contact with. A physician was called who pronounced the child violently insane. The boy is only 4 years old. He has suffered from epilepsy since his birth, and the physician says the suffering has caused him to lose his mind entirely. One day last week, the mother said she found the boy with an axe attempting to kill his baby sister. Mrs. Bassett says the child will be placed in a sanitarium for treatment. The father is in the penitentiary and the mother has to work to support her family. Not only is this case terrifying and sad, but it's almost likely they stopped considering the child to be human. It's not often we'll refer to a human as it. Case 2, August 6, 1897, William, the zombie. Would you think someone is insane if they bit you so hard they tore a chunk of flesh from you? Well, a mother of a boy experienced this. The newspaper reads, William, the 14-year-old son of Jesse Morgan, became insane last week, but the parents refused to permit their child to be taken from them to the insane hospital. Last evening, while the mother was striving to control him, he bit quite a large chunk of flesh from one arm. The doctors have great fears of the mother's life. Blood poisoning is dreaded. If you think this is outrageous, keep watching until Case 4, because that one is really disturbing. Case 3, June 27, 1896, Annie, the child who couldn't speak. In this unfortunate case, the child was born from a violent convicted criminal. It seems clear that she developed some serious mental illnesses because of the abuse she endured. The paper reads, Annie Botwick, a 4.5-year-old child of Mrs. Botwick, was yesterday ordered committed to the asylum after an investigation into her mental condition by doctors Tremblay and McCrimmon. The evidence in the case was to the effect that the child was suffering from some hereditary disease, which very early affected her mind. Recently, she also suffered a paralytic stroke, resulting in the paralysis of her vocal cords. As her mother could not take care of her properly, it was decided that the child should be sent to the asylum. The mother is the wife of the fellow, Mike Botwick, who is charged with being the person who blew up the residence of the foreman of the Hope Mine a year or more ago, who skipped out when the crime was about to be fastened on him. Before leaving, he nearly beat his wife to death, and she now has a suit for divorce pending in the district court. The little girl is in a very serious condition, and there is very little prospect that she will ever improve much, though her mother has hopes that the child may outgrow her strange affliction. Selective mutism is still a very real symptom in children. However, the main cause is believed to be severe anxiety learned from a parent. It would make sense if Annie learned it from her mom. By the way, have you thought about liking the video and subscribing to the channel? If you like this video, then don't forget to check out the other videos on our channel and ring the notification bell for all the latest updates. Case 4, September 4th, 1872, a human hyena. There is no doubt that this one is the most disturbing case of child abuse out there. A child was chained in the backyard by her parents because they said she was insane. The paper reads, a most revolting instance of parental neglect and cruelty was recently brought to light in Cincinnati. The commercial says that a man named Mabel Bassett has an insane child, 12 or 13 years old, who he keeps chained like a dog in the backyard, with only a cellar for shelter. She's become like a wild hyena in her habits, wallowing in filth and feeding on rats or any putrid thing that she can get. Now that the case has been brought to light, it's hoped that Cincinnati will see her outraged civilization vindicated. There are no words that can explain the horror and shock of this unfortunate case being real. This is a case where insanity seems more likened to the parents instead of the child. So, what did you think of these disturbing cases of insanity? Did you find them disturbing? What case did you find most gruesome? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching and see you later.